Namaste, welcome to Arthaniti. Today I have an investor query from one of my neighbors. Now she is a retired school teacher. After retirement, she got promoted. Yes, she recently became a grandmother. Now she knitted some sweaters for the newborn. She stitched some clothes, as all the grandparents do, right? But along with all this, she wanted to gift the child something which would help secure her future. She wanted to make an investment in the name of the child. Now, the query that she raised to me was whether she could invest money in a mutual fund in the name of her grandchild. Now, I thought let me make a video because if some of you have a similar query, this video will help you resolve all your doubts regarding gifting of mutual funds in the name of your grandchildren, right? Or close relatives. Say you have a nephew or a niece and you want to make some financial investments in their name. How should you do it if you are planning to do it the mutual fund way? Correct. Now, first of all, gifting and transfer of units of mutual funds is not allowed. Correct. So if you have an existing investment in the mutual fund and you are thinking of transferring it or gifting it in the name of your grandchild or your close relative who is a minor, such transfers and gifting is not allowed in the mutual fund. Transfer of mutual fund units can only happen on the death of an investor. It is called transmission. Correct. So if you want to make a fresh investment, then how should you make it is what remains to be answered. Correct. So no existing investments can be transferred. You can transfer, you can make a new investment. Now in the case of my neighbor, she wanted to make a new investment in the name of her grandchild. Now, mutual funds, mostly no mutual funds allow third party transfers to be third party transfers for investment in a mutual fund. So, you cannot have a check which someone else has issued and make an investment in your name. Ideally, the proceeds that are invested in a mutual fund should come from the investor's account itself. So, if I want to invest some money in a mutual fund, the proceeds should be transferred from my account only, right? So that is how mutual funds accept investments. But there are certain exceptions. Now, the exception, as in the case of my neighbor, where she wanted to gift some money to her grandchild, that as an exception is allowed by mutual funds. Now, for that, what are the conditions? Firstly, this gift cannot exceed 50,000 rupees per transaction. So, per investment, not more than 50,000 rupees can be gifted by a third party. In this case, the grandmother. Correct? Secondly, KYC documents are absolutely necessary. Now, in this case, KYC of the grandmother and the guardians of the baby, because the baby is still a minor. So, the guardians, the parents of the baby, will be needed. Birth certificate of the child will be needed. Correct? And thirdly, what is required is that the uh, a third party declaration form has to be filled. Now, this form is available on all websites of mutual fund houses, which is this form is acceptable only in certain specific transactions. So, only in case a case of a grandparent transferring money in the name of their grandchildren, as an exception, such transactions are allowed for third party payment. So that form needs to be filled, which is to be signed by the transferor, the person who is transferring the money. So the grandparent and the guardian of the child. Correct? So this is how a gift can be given to your grandchildren or your nephews and nieces, but you need to check with the mutual fund houses if they allow such a transaction. There is another way out, in the sense, if you want to gift it or if you want to invest the monies to secure the future of the child, you can invest it in your own name and make the child a nominee. Once the child attains a certain age after which you want to give the money to the child, say after the child attains 18 years of age, you can redeem the mutual fund units and transfer the proceeds in the name of the child, which can then be invested in the child's name itself, correct? Because the child has become a major after attaining the age of 18. So that can also be done. But as I told you, mutual funds allow third party transactions only in exceptional cases. You need to check with the mutual fund house whether such a transfer, such a gift is allowable, which cannot exceed 50,000 rupees per transaction. You will need KYC documents for yourself and the guardian of the child, birth certificate of the child, and third party transfer form from the mutual fund house, correct? Or else you can invest it in your own name and make the child the nominee to the investments. So a short video about an investor query. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment below the video and I will be happy to help you. Thank you for watching my video and do subscribe to my channel for more such inputs about your investing journey. Thank you.